ठीक है उड्डयन, हम लोग चालू करें। अभिषेक चालू करें हम लोग। एक बार ग्रुप पे मैसेज डाल दो ज्वाइन करने के लिए, हम लोग चालू करते हैं।
ओके सर।
So we are starting with single position line concept. So single position line means you obtained a one position line. Generally we need at least two position lines for position, but because of we obtained one position line, and after that because of some visibility problem or some malfunction of some equipment, we could obtain only one position line, and another position line or position circle is not there or not possible. So how we will find a safe course to steer in case of bad visibility or equipment failure, so that we don't land up in any problem to any coastal danger or something. So there are different cases. First case we will see without current and wind. Then we will see with current allowing and counteracting. Then we can have leeway also. Then we can have one or two legs of sailing. Sailing legs means we have course to steer given, or some other like approaching. If we have 3 miles off, so we have to approach 3 miles off. That is one leg. Then first indication of single PL questions is that only initial bearing of the question will be given. Only one bearing. So that is the indication of single position line, because it's very difficult to find out what method we have to apply in that question. Because later on we will study that legs question, missing leg question. So in that also it is a little bit similar. Then course to steer, engine speed, set, rate, leeway, all these things may be given or may not be given. We'll see case by case. And the objective is to find a course to reach the destination or pass at a safe distance off in coastal navigation. So let's see by example, we will be able to understand. We have an island with two lighthouses, category lighthouse X and lighthouse Y. These are the two offshore dangers to navigation below lighthouse Y, and this is the pilot point which we have to reach. This is just extra. Even if we don't have pilot point, we can just work out with the safe distance passing of the dangers. So let's see. So in the question case 1, we are given the initial PL at 1800. Light X is bearing 070. The initial course to steer is given 200 and engine speed 12 knots. So somewhere the vessel is on this position line and it is steering 200 and 12 knots. there is no current, no wind, then minimum clearance from lighthouse Y is 3 nautical miles. So we will draw an arc of 3 nautical miles. And so to be on the safe side, we will draw a tangent to reach a pilot point, and we can, for easy calculation, we can take a line parallel to the bearing line so that we can know the course easily. So we draw a line parallel to the bearing line, initial bearing line, marking a tangent to the 3 miles of circle from the lighthouse Y. And then we can put the course to steer. We assume a point A that our ship might be, can be anywhere on this PL. So we can take any point which is A, and we have to write in the question that we are assuming A as the ship's position at 1800. And from there we steer, the ship will steer 200, and it will be wherever it cuts the transferred position line, we mark it as B. So we measure this distance A to B and divide it by engine speed 12 knots, and we get the time to reach of point B, that is the time of our alteration from which we will change the course. And the new course will be same as our bearing, so it will be 070. So this way case 1 is solved. What we were asked to find the next leg and course to steer. So our next leg and course to steer is at 2100. We have to change the course to 070. That is our answer. This is clear. Now let's go to case 2. Case 2 is, suppose course to steer is not given. So if course to steer is not given, same initial PL is given 1800 070. Course to steer is not given, and same 3 miles of pilot point is there. So we again draw a parallel line from the PL, and we draw a perpendicular. We assume point A, and we draw a perpendicular to point A to the PL, and the ship will go on this course, and it will cut on the transferred PL at B. So we will measure the distance. Suppose this distance is 30 nautical miles. So the course is given. So 30 nautical miles, we will divide again by 12 knots. So the ship will reach at point B at 2030 and will move at the course of 070. So answer is at 2030, alter course to 070. That is case 2. Now case 3.
Can you connect Chindu Prasad? He is disconnected.
Sorry?
Can you please connect Chindu Prasad? He got disconnected.
I am not able to understand what you are saying.
सर चिंदू प्रसाद को कनेक्ट कर दीजिए.
किसको कनेक्ट कर दूं?
सर
चिंदू प्रसाद को ऐड कर लीजिए सर. चिंदू प्रसाद अभी शायद
एडमिट तो सभी को कर दिया है. मैं यहाँ पे कोई नहीं दिखा रहा वेटिंग रूम में. जो भी दिखा रहा मैं ऐड कर दिया. पूछ लो फिर भी.
ओके सर.
ठीक है. So case 3 we have to understand. First thing we should know that we should know what is allowing and counteracting method. So allowing method is when you have the course made good, you have the course to steer, and you have the current, and you need to find out the course made good. Like suppose the pilot tells you this is a leading lighthouse, you go on a course 200 and the current is pushing you 150. So actually you will be making a course of say 180. So that is your allowing method. Allowing मतलब उसको जाने दो जैसे जा रहा है, and finally you land up whatever the course actually ship is making, that we measure. That is your allowing method. So obviously initially the ship is moving on course to steer, and the current is acting on it later on. So we will put current in the end in allowing method, and finally we'll get the course made good. So this is a 1 hour triangle. We were given the course to steer of 200. For 1 hour it is 12 miles. So for 12 miles we have taken arc, and then 150 for 2 knots. 1 hour we'll put, and wherever it cuts we will join from A to this point and extend it further. Wherever it cuts, again this will be our point B, because ship is steering this course but current is taking here, and finally ship is moving on this course made good line. So we will measure that speed made good for 1 hour. It is, the ship is actually moving this much because of the current which is supporting. So this is 13 knots and this was 12 knots. So if for 1 hour ship is moving 13 knots, so we'll measure A to B distance and we will get the time to reach here. And again the course to the next course bearing which we found out 070 is our again course made good. So for the distance is 36 miles, and by 13 knots we got 2 hour 46 minutes. So we add 2 hour 46 minutes to 1800, so we will get 2046. 2046 is our alteration time. But we cannot write 070 as course to steer. We have to find course to steer to reach the pilot point. But that is not course to steer, it is course made good, because the ship has to move on this line like we have in the chart. So counteracting method is the action. You have to take an action for the course to steer, course made good, we have to follow. So for that we have to take an initial action. Like we have in the charts, we have the course, true course to steer, and we have to alter the course. Initially we give a counter action so that we get a course to steer and ship will move on the course made good. So like here we have 070 already, we have suppose the charted course and current is 150. So we will steer the ship say 050. So finally the current will push and we will move on 070. So 2046 is our alteration time, and then we apply counteracting method. The current is given 150 into 2 and engine speed is 12 knots. So from here we'll cut an arc of 12 miles and we will join this course to steer, and whatever course to steer we get, we measure, and that is our answer at 2046. Alter course to this to proceed. Okay. Then, so the summary or main point of this is, if course to steer is given, for initial leg we will use allowing method, and final leg we will use counteracting method. Now case 4, again CTS is not given like case 2. So if CTS is not given, what we will do? Initial PL and 3 miles of pilot is there. We'll draw an arc parallel to this 1800 PL, and then we will put a perpendicular line, assume point A, and perpendicular to PL we draw one line. Again remember, these both are course made good line. Green line here is course made good line. So this is course made good and this is course made good. Now course to steer is not given. So what we can do? We have the current. We can use counteracting method. Initially we apply the current 150, and once we apply the current 150 and we have the engine speed 12 knots, so from here we cut an arc of 12 knots, and wherever it goes, that will be the course to steer which ship must have steered. Anyways, we need 1 hour speed. That's why we are doing this counteracting method. So from A to this point, we will measure the ship is moving 1 hour in this much time. So this is 30 nautical miles. So how much the ship will move? With that we will calculate. And also we have wind, southeast 3 degrees wind in this question. So ship was steering like this, and wind is from southeast. So for that also we have to counteract and get the leeway that we will see. First we have to apply both counteracting methods to get the yellow line, that is our course after applying the current. Then again we will reach here at the same point. Again this is course made good. So current, we have to take an initial action to alter the course. So this was 150 into 2, the current for 2 knots, 1 hour will mark, and then again we have engine speed. So we'll mark an arc and we join this line. So this will be our course to steer if the wind was not given. Now the wind is coming from here, southeast. So if the wind is coming from here, we again have to give a counter helm of 3 degrees. Then the ship will go on this course. So suppose this is 050. So if we do 053, the wind will push us and the ship will steer 050. And because of current, the ship will move on the 070 line. So the course to steer, we will find out, measure here. Okay, so anybody has any doubt till here?
So can you explain this fourth condition once again, please?
So fourth condition, as you remember, one second. Okay. So fourth condition, what is the condition? Question is again single PL. So we have given a 1800 PL, which is, you can say, 070. And same 3 nautical miles we have to pass off from Lighthouse Y. We have given a pilot point. So to go to the pilot point, if there was no wind or current, we draw a line parallel to the initial PL and we will get this line. And because course to steer is not given, we will draw a perpendicular line assuming point A and we will reach point B. This is up to here. But now the current is given. So if the current is given, we don't have the course to steer. So what we will do, we'll apply the current first. That is, will be a counteracting method. So we apply the current 150 into 2, and wherever we reach, we don't have the course, but we have the engine speed. So engine speed, we have an arc of 12 miles. So from here, we cut an arc of 12 miles. We will get 1 hour triangle. What we need actually is we need this alteration point, but we don't have the speed made good. So by this triangle, we'll get the speed made good. So the ship is actually moving from here to here 1 hour. So total distance we measure from A to B is 30 miles. So how much the ship will move from here to here, that we can check. Suppose this is, if it is 13 miles, so again it will be 2 hours 46 minutes ship will reach here. Now once we reach at point B, then we need the 070 is our course made good, but we are being asked that what will be our course to steer. So how we can find course to steer? Again, you put current 150 into 2 knots and again cut an arc of 12 miles. So we will get this leeway track, which is called yellow is our leeway track, because we have the wind also. If there was no wind, this would be our course to steer, correct? But since we have wind, so this is our leeway track. Now wind is from southeast, so wind is pushing you here, but you have to move on this track. So we will go 3 degrees down. If this is 050, we will steer 053. So our course to steer will be 053 and the ship's leeway track will be 050. And with the current, course made good will be 070. So our answer is alter course at 2046 at 053. Any doubt? Anybody has got?
Clear.
Clear?
सर एक चीज़ पूछना था सर.
Yes.
सर इसमें ऐसा तो ज़रूरी नहीं कि सब ऑल्ट्रेशन टाइम सेम हो, क्योंकि इसमें तो जो केस सब लोग अभी स्टडी कर रहे हैं इसमें जैसे पैरेलल है तो इस कंडीशन में ऑल्ट्रेशन टाइम विल बी सेम, बट इफ़ दिस आर नॉट पैरेलल, दिस टैंजेंट इज़ नॉट पैरेलल, देन तो अलग ही आएगा सबका टाइमिंग.
Yeah. So everyone's answer will be different as per the plotting. Nobody told you have to have the same answer. Main thing is you have to pass at a safe distance.
ओके सर.
Okay. Now next is light with an angle at the bow.
The same time at a particular angle at the bow. The angle could be 30 degree on the starboard bow, 20 degree on the port bow, whatever it is. But this should be done exactly at a particular range. Okay, so this is when you look at the question, normally you will be able to understand. Now these questions, when he's asking only angle at the bow, you should do a small first triangle solving in your notebook by simple trigonometry, and then only you should go to the chart, because otherwise you don't have anything on the chart to start with. You have only the lighthouse, that's it. So what we'll do is we'll quickly do a small triangle, find out something, and then we'll apply on the chart later. Okay. Now, one of the most important thing is if he's asking you for a particular angle at a particular distance, normally he should not give you current and wind. So that is why I put on bold, no current, no wind. Because moment you put current and wind and all, it complicates the whole problem. Although there are advanced problems with those things also, but we will not go into that. I've never seen that coming. So we'll stick on to that. If you go to Captain Chaudhary book, even all those advanced things are also there. But if you try to solve those things for us, this 20 minutes is not enough. So we'll go into this basic concept only. And these concepts have come in the exam. I've seen that. So getting a lighthouse at a particular distance and at the same time a particular angle at the bow in that particular spot. At a spot you will see that that is the distance and it has got an angle with the bow. So you should solve it without current, without wind. Now I told you particular range which I have given in the question, the first para, light at a particular range. This range can be specified. They can tell you at 18 nautical miles, at 12 nautical miles or whatever, or they can use the word rising or dipping or first sea, last sea also. which will need some calculation. This is the reason earlier when today morning. ಯಾರಪ್ಪ ವಂಡಿ ಹೊಟ್ರದೆ? Whose video is that? Someone asked, can we do a small example? And I didn't do it. Why? Because I'm using that here. So I'm using that concept here. Using that here. So I'm using that concept here. Partly a concept here and partly a concept in the next module. The next module anyway, I'm going to take it tomorrow only, not today. So it can be anything. Okay, he can give you the distance, particular distance, or he can tell you, please find the course to steer to raise that lighthouse 30 degree on the starboard bow. Will be the question kind of thing. So the moment I say rise, I know what do you mean by rising because we already seen the definition and all those things. So he will not explain anything else. That's it. You have to find that distance. So then let us see how to go about a little bit later. Again, because of the range, day or night time, the choice of range are only GR, PLR and Met visibility. Rising and dipping, I told you, it is always GR. But first scene, last scene, you have a choice, PLR or Met visibility. PLR in the night time, Met vis in the daytime. So this is what we have done today. So you'll have to use the same concept here also. So that means somebody put a chat message to him to mute him.
Already muted. Done.
So this range can be specified, or it can be used a word called rising or first scene, last scene, anything it can be done. So that is why today morning when someone asked, can we do a small example? And I didn't do it. Why? Because I'm using that here. So I'm using that concept here, partly a concept here and partly a concept in the next module. The next module anyway, I'm going to take it tomorrow only, not today. So it can be anything. Okay, he can give you the distance, particular distance, or he can tell you, please find the course to steer to raise that lighthouse 30 degree on the starboard bow. Will be the question kind of thing. So the moment I say rise, I know what do you mean by rising because we already seen the definition and all those things. So he will not explain anything else. That's it. You have to find that distance. So then let us see how to go about a little bit later. Again, because of the range, day or night time, the choice of range are only GR, PLR and Met visibility. Rising and dipping, I told you, it is always GR. But first scene, last scene, you have a choice, PLR or Met visibility. PLR in the night time, Met vis in the daytime. So this is what we have done today. So you'll have to use the same concept here also. So that means the light should be visible. So either first time or like on the horizon at that particular range with a particular angle at the bow. So that is what is the whole question, and we need to find the CTS. Your initial fix and engine speed will be given. Okay, I'm going to talk about this. What is the CPA of the light? I'll tell you a little bit later because that is what is the whole idea. By doing this notebook, I told you for such problems, we need to work on the notebook. Basically, you are finding the CPA of the light by working on the notebook and then proceeding. That is what you are basically doing in this whole question. When I show you the diagram, you'll understand. Okay, objective is to find the CTS and pass at a specific distance. Basically, that is CPA of the light. So how did you find the CPA? Based on two conditions. In the first para itself is given at a particular range, at a particular angle. So those two conditions, with that I draw a triangle, find the CPA, and then I proceed as per. So let us go into the problem. Please look at this question.
Okay.
At 1900, I'm giving you a light with a fix. So this would have been part A of the question possibly. So I know you have to just find a fix. I need a fix for starting this question. From 8 o'clock position, wrong. Okay, from 1900 position. So I'll change that. Okay, from 1900 position, please find the CTS to raise the light Y at 30-degree angle on the starboard bow. This is what is the question. I'll change the time, which is 1900. So from the 1900 fix, all I have to do is find a CTS to raise the light. Raise the light itself means there is a range. So that means he has given you a particular range at a particular angle, which is 30 degree on the starboard bow. He has given you NR of the light Y is 25 nautical miles. Good visibility prevailing. Today morning itself I told you, someone says good, what does it mean?
Net visibility 10 mile.
That's it. So you got the answer. Height of eye, 18 meters. Charted height of the light, 22 meters. So let us see how we proceed. First of all, your job is to find that rising distance of the lighthouse. The word rising itself means basically GR. Even in the daytime, even in the night time, that is what is rising distance. But even then, I told you it is prudent for you to cross-check between your GR and PLR. Just cross-check it. Who knows? The question could be wrong also. So I always told you, please cross-check. Even if it is written rising distance also, please cross-check which is smaller.
So NR is smaller.
Right. NR is PLR at your 10 nautical miles. How you are telling NR?
Yes, sir. PLR is smaller than the GR.
Okay, you already found out.
Yes, sir. 40 meter and 25 meter.
You cannot do 40 meters. Please remember, you have to do 2.095 square root of 18 plus 2.095 square root of 22. Good, you did that mistake.
18.71.
Yes. Good, you did the mistake, Kalai, because I'm going to put that also. And I've seen people doing this mistake, but I forgot to write it here. I'm going to put that on the lights question itself, and I'm going to put it here also. Please do not add both of them. You have to do separately. Okay, when you added, how much you got? How much is the GR you got?
40, sir.
And here, if you calculate individually, please remember, totally it comes to only 18.7 miles. So it's very good that you did that mistake. So at least let others not do that. I'll put it once I finish the slide. I'm going to clearly put it. Please do not add both of them. You have to do
18.7 it is coming.
Yes. Okay, since it's mentioned as rising light, logical conclusion is GR. Question itself, and I'm going to put it here also. Question itself. Check even if it is written rising distance also, please cross check which is smaller.
So NR is smaller.
Right. NR is PLR at your 10 nautical miles. How you are telling NR?
Yes, sir. PLR is smaller than the GR.
Okay, you already found out.
Yes, sir. 40 meter and 25 meter.
You cannot do 40 meters. Please remember, you have to do 2.095 square root of 18 plus 2.095 square root of 22. Good, you did that mistake.
18.71.
Yes. Good, you did the mistake, Kalai, because I'm going to put that also. And I've seen people doing this mistake, but I forgot to write it here. I'm going to put that on the lights question itself, and I'm going to put it here also. Please do not add both of them. You have to do separately. Okay, when you added, how much you got? How much is the GR you got?
40, sir.
And here, if you calculate individually, please remember, totally it comes to only 18.7 miles. So it's very good that you did that mistake. So at least let others not do that. I'll put it once I finish the slide. I'm going to clearly put it. Please do not add both of them. You have to do
18.7 it is coming.
Yes. Okay, since it's mentioned as rising light, logical conclusion is GR. But it is in any way worth cross-checking. I have told you it is anyway worth cross-checking the least value between GR and PLR, because clerical error are possible in the question, and they use the word interchanging rising and first seen. So please be careful. That is why I have calculated individually. GR1 plus GR2, which is giving 18.7. And right now at good visibility, PLR is equal to 25. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So remember, as per your answer, you will be first seeing that light as per your answer, Kalai. Because which is smaller? Smaller is PLR for your answer, right? 40 and 25.
Yes, sir.
So it would have been opposite. But it is possible that mistake can happen. But you please do like this. Separate, calculate it separately, add them. Because it is not that I have a height of I which is 18 meters and he is 22. If you add both of them, it is as if very well that height of the lighthouse is almost 40 meters. So no, you should not do that. Okay, please be careful.
Okay, sir.
Now cross-checking has been done. So it is confirmed it is rising. Why? Because GR is lesser than the PLR. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
So the range is 18.7. Now let us plot a rough triangle in the notebook before we proceed. So that is what is my next page. Please take a picture of this. The next page is only doing that small job in the notebook. That is what you will do. Notebook or your answer sheet.
Okay, sir.
Now you'll have to make a right angle triangle called ABC. One of the angle will be 30 degree, which is given as 30 degree angle on the starboard bow. Obviously that line which goes, you will try to keep it on your right side. That means if I draw a line called AB, then I will draw a line called AC, which is 30 degrees on the right side. So once I draw it, you will understand what it is. I've given you a different ABC is different slightly here. That doesn't matter. Let us look at it. What is the second data I know in this triangle? The second data I know in this triangle is the only thing called GR. Why? That is the distance from the lighthouse at which I will see 30 degrees. That is given in the question. And that is the hypotenuse. Let me draw it, you'll understand. I have taken B as the lighthouse and then A as the position of the ship. I'm joining these two lines, which is at a distance of 18.7 because he says at a particular range. So this is the range, rising distance. I need to draw a line which is 30 degrees off. So AB has to be on the right hand side of your AC. Okay, I'm still not coming to AC. AC I've still not drawn. Obviously, why? Because it is starboard bow. So that means the line which I've drawn approximately 090, that should measure an angle of 30 degrees and this AB should be on the starboard bow. So that is my assumption. So these were the only two conditions given to me. But please remember, I'm assuming it a right angle triangle. Why? There is no current, no wind. So I know one angle, I know one hypotenuse. Can't I find the opposite side? I can find the opposite side by using sine theta. The BC value gives me 9.4 miles. So all it is trying to say is, if the vessel sails a course of AC exactly at A, which is 18.7 miles away from B, the angle between AC and AB will be 30 degrees on the starboard. So in that case, what is the opposite side? Opposite side is measuring 9.4. So if I go on a course of AC, the moment when I am at C, all of you agree that the C is basically place where I will have the closest point of approach with the lighthouse. Do you agree? If I travel AC, when I am C, that is the closest point of approach with the lighthouse on the starboard beam.
Yes, sir.
Looks like most of the people have gone blank.
Understood.
Okay. The only two
But
things.
before coming to see that point C,
Hmm.
those the line from A is a infinite line, right?
Infinite line, but you're making it in a small notebook. So I can directly draw ABC and write the values and calculate. That's it.
Oh, okay, sir.
You're
Actually,
drawing
from A to B is A is ship, B is lighthouse.
lighthouse, yes. So in the notebook, there is nothing called infinite distance. You just draw a small triangle, put these values, 30 degree, 18.7. My job is to find that CPA distance.
30 degree on the bow starboard. Okay.
Starboard beam. Charlie will be starboard beam.
Okay.
When your vessel is at A, with the heading 4.5 line as AC, the light will be 30 degrees on the starboard bow at the same time at rising distance. That means you will see him at the horizon, 30 degrees on your starboard bow.
Okay.
So this light, why at 30-degree angle on starboard bow?
Because question is that. He's asking you find the CTS to raise the light y 30 degrees on the starboard bow. That's it.
I think he's asking about the difference in wordings.
Yes, sir. Confusion that one because here in question we have written light x. Now for the light x only, light x we have found a fix. That is the initial position 1900.
Yeah, from there you are sailing. No, from there you are
That
sailing.
is A, no sir. That point is A only. It's initial point.
No, it is not A. I'll come to that. Don't get confused. This is the point where you will see only the rise the light y. X and y has got no relation. Please wait. Hold on. Let me finish the next slide, then I'll come back to the whole process again.
So that means when they talk about a light, we relate our vessel with that particular light and find the CPA.
Yes. X is nothing but one more part of the question. It has got nothing to do with your light y. So you'll have to give me some time. Let me finish the next slide. Everything will be clear.
Okay.
Okay. See, after this only I go to the chart. Please remember, this is what I have done. My main job was to find only one thing. What is the CPA distance of light y? This is what I did in the small triangle drawn in the notebook. Don't draw to scale. Just draw some triangle. Put 30 degree, put 18.7, sine 30. Put that BCS 9.4, and that 9.4 is what I need in the chart. Now look at it. When you come to the chart, your first part of the question was plotting the 1900 position. You did this. This has got no relation with Y. This is the Y light. Okay, I did a small thing I shouldn't have written. I should have marked it ulta. I'll change the sequence. So what I will do is I'll come to the lighthouse Y. The first thing I'm going to draw is, this is what I'm going to do. But I will not draw it like this. I should have just a little bit changed. I should have put an arc of 9.4 nautical miles. That is what I should have done. Okay, I did a mistake. I'm going to correct it now. What I will do?
Put a SMG.
No.
Sorry, CMG.
No, there is no CMG. There is no current. There is a CMG.
Okay, directly CTS.
Directly CTS, yes. So what I would have done was, it is just like passing a beam, a lighthouse. We had seen that long time back also. If I want to pass a light on the starboard beam at 9.4 miles, what will you do? Will you not draw an arc of 9.4 and join a tangent between A and that circle? And the tangent point is Charlie. Okay, I've messed up with the sequence. I'm going to correct the sequence the moment I finish this. So I should have actually not plotted C, I should have plotted an arc. And you guys will do a tangent with that arc. And that tangent will look like this. The point where it intersects, that is what is Charlie. So your alpha Charlie, can you see the color?
No current, so CTS.
So it is a CTS. Now, how to prove what we have done in the previous slide? We did a small triangle. Now see what I will do. from the lighthouse Y, I will take 18.5, 18.7 miles and cut an arc on this AC. You will get a point. Now you look at it. If the vessel sails on a course of AC, you'll automatically get this 30 degree on the bow. That means exactly at the spot B, you will rise the lighthouse Y 30 degrees on the starboard bow on the horizon.
That means if we measure the bearing BY, it will be 30 degrees plus the course. CTS plus 30 will be the point B bearing.
PTS plus 30, yes, correct. That is what is the meaning of 30 degrees on the bow. Instead of telling you this rising first scene and all, he could have himself told you that I want to have that light starboard 30 degree bow at a distance of 18 nautical miles. So what you would have done was in the earlier triangle,
So what we can do, I know it's not, most of you have not understood. We will take a break and then I will explain it in easy terms after the break, this from starting. And this new batch, you have not done this GLR, PLR, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So first, after the break, first thing I will do is GLR, PLR, little bit. And then we will come to this question. So both the things will be clear.
Sure, sir.
Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
So I am ending the meeting. You can join again after 10 minutes.
Okay, sir.